don't know who need to hear this, but let those people leave your life. Being alone, getting left, being abandoned makes you feel rejected. And rejection is a big hit to your ego, sense of self, and sense of self-worth. And it is the most uncomfortable feeling ever. What's worse than rejection? Wanting to build a family with someone who's already shown you that they can't or won't love you the way that you need to be loved. Holding on to friendships with people who's already shown you that they do not like you. Fighting to be a part of a community that's already kicked your ass out. Every time we do that, we choose them over ourselves. And see, that's where we be up. Imagine sharing your life with somebody who knew your worth before you, feeling like you had to beg them to see it or prove to them that you had it. Imagine having friends that clap for you and mean it, like they like you, like they actually want you to do well. Now imagine not having any of that because you focus all your attention on fitting yourself into a space that you weren't wanted around people who don't want you. Never beg, plead, or grovel to be in someone's life or to keep them in yours. You will unlock a new level of peace when you follow these words from a very, very wise man. I believe his name was Sir K. Camp the 17th. It ain't nothing to cut a off.
Hey, welcome to Let's Glow with Nini. I'm Nini, and let's get straight into this video.
Come a point in time when you have to cut off people that you love to protect you. When you start seeing signs that the love isn't the same, or the shit that you're willing to do for that person they will not do for you, you have to cut them off to protect you. Because me being me, I have such a good heart and I go the distance for people that my feelings get hurt. When I realize that shit is not reciprocated, my feelings get hurt. So the best thing that I can do is to back up and cut you off to protect myself. And that shit is gonna hurt. It's not easy to cut off somebody that you love, but it comes a point in time when you have to protect you. And if you know that your feelings are going to be hurt dealing with that person, let them go.
But what are you getting in return? Let me tell y'all something. This is a hard lesson that I had to learn years ago, and I wish I would have listened to my people sooner. So if you don't have a big sister, a big auntie, look, I'm going to go ahead and clear that space for you real quick. I'm going to fill in the gap. Okay, if what you're giving to a person is more than what they are giving you, it's time for you to make some reevaluations, honey. It's time for you to reevaluate where you stand with that person. Okay, one thing that I had to learn a long time ago is no matter how much you do, you can give, you can pour your heart, you can always make sure that you are available. You can cancel plans with people to make sure that you're available. You can buy them gifts, you can spend, you can do as much as you can to prove to someone that you love them and that you're good enough for them to see you more than what they see you as. But if a person is convinced you are not the person for them, if that person is still not in a mindset to where they are ready to commit to you, let it go, baby. There is nothing that you can do that is going to make them see you for what you see yourself as, if you even see your own worth. Okay, because I always say make sure that your worth is not contingent on how much a person is going to accept you, because if that is the case, you are setting yourself up for failure all the time. There is somebody out here in this world that is ready to love you. There is somebody out here that is ready to recognize and appreciate your worth. There is a person who is out here, and if they're not ready, they are preparing themselves for you, baby. God got it rocking. It's brewing, but you're not going to be able to see it if you keep on dealing with that loser. Okay? All right? I just want to go ahead and come in with a little message drop, period. Bye, babies.
You have to let them go. You do. You have to choose yourself. You have to be obedient to you. And it's hard. It's very hard to walk away from something that you really wanted, that you really thought was going to work, that you really thought was going to be your end all be all. It's very, very hard to choose yourself when all you want to do is choose that person. But let me use myself as an example and hope it inspires you to make the right choice. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been trying to make a relationship work that has run its course, that has fizzled out, that is done and over with. And I was having the hardest time letting it go, not trying to fight for something that is no use in really fighting for. All while trying to make this relationship work, I've been trying to get a new job, which causes stress, anxiety, the unknown, all of this stuff that's going on while I'm still trying to fight for a relationship that is obviously done. Until Monday. Monday finally came to a head. And I said, I can't continue like this. I must choose myself. I must let it go. I must move forward without them. That was Monday. Today is Friday, and I just got a job offer. Sometimes you play the biggest role in your own suffering. Sometimes you are in the way. Sometimes that decision that you do not want to make is what's blocking your blessing. Is what's blocking your next level, is what's stopping your next season. So let them go. You have to, because you're never going to get to that next level if you keep holding yourself back with them. They don't want you. Goodbye. they don't choose you, goodbye. Because there are 8 billion people in this world, and trust me, somebody will choose you because you are worth it and you deserve it. Let them go.
I want you to walk into your let go season. I want you to get rid of all of the baggage that you have placed from one place to the next. Let it go. The madness, the sadness, the grief, all of the things that you have been dealing with over the years, keeping them and letting them compile high. Let them go. This is the reason why you cannot operate in your highest capacity. We are walking into this let go season because I want you to see yourself in the light in which you've always imagined. It's going to get hard. But baby, you got to understand, it's just some things you have to let go.
Don't be afraid to let certain people go. Okay? The reality of the situation is everybody cannot come with you. Everybody cannot come into this next season with you, this next time period, to the next level even. And it's not easy to let people go, especially if you have a history with them or if you've known them for a while, but it's necessary. If God has literally told you to let go of somebody, let them go. Be obedient. If you feel within your spirit, within your soul, that you need to leave somebody alone, listen to that. Because you never know, that person or those people can be hindering you from receiving your blessings or moving forward in life in general. Okay? Just be obedient when God tells you to let go of certain people or a person, whatever the case may be. And just know that God will replace with a new person or with new people. Okay, He will. You're going to meet new people. Be open to this as well. Like, I'm just saying, let's read some scripture. Okay, Isaiah 43, verse 18. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?
And you ain't wrong. You is not wrong. You stop talking to them folks. You cut them folks off. You cut him off. You cut her off. It hurt you, but you is not wrong. Fuck them. Okay? It don't matter what nobody say, how nobody try to make you feel, what type of relationship that is, your mama, your daddy, cousin, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, you cut them off. If they fucking with your mental health, they messing with your peace, cut them off. Turn them loose. You is not wrong. You ain't wrong. And if you got to do it again to somebody else you love, do it again to somebody else you love. Love ain't strong enough to hold nobody that's bringing you down. Let them go.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyways. You probably might not even need this video now, but in case you need it later on, this is for you. Hi, hello, it's Ann. If someone wants to walk out of your life, it can be a romantic partner, or it could be a really close friend, and you love this person and you don't want them to leave. This isn't going to sound right, but stick with me here. Let them. If them leaving your life brings them peace, and as horrible as that sounds, you love them, you care for them, let them go. They're showing that they value themselves by leaving. So show that you value yourself by not begging someone to stay. One of the hardest things to understand and to learn is that people come and go. We often try to calculate a plan in order to avoid them leaving us. And most of the time, we end up losing ourselves trying to keep someone around. And every situation is different. But if all you ever did was love them, care for them, be there for them, and they don't want that anymore, it just didn't work out, it is a lose-lose situation regardless. You may have lost a best friend or someone that you felt was really close to you, someone that you loved, but they just lost someone willing to do anything and everything to make sure that they were happy. At the end of the day, life goes on, the world keeps turning, a lesson was learned, and you will always be okay.
You gotta let them go. There are people in your life that God is trying to remove because they're not designed for this season of your life. You know, if you think about the story of Moses, why didn't Moses go into the promised land? It was because he wanted to carry people that God was trying to remove. God said, Moses, I've seen this people. They're stiff-necked. They're disobedient. If you let me get rid of them, I'll give you a whole new group of people to take into the promised land. And Moses prayed to God and said, no, God, don't do it. What would people say about you if this people doesn't go into the promised land? And that group of people caused Moses to miss the promised land. Why? Because he got angry with that group of people. He got frustrated and he disobeyed God. I can promise you this. There's some people in your life or a person in your life that you're holding on to that's going to cause you to get angry. That's going to cause you to disobey God. That's going to cause you to go against your character. And you are going to miss God's promise. And the saddest thing about that is that's all those people are designed to do in your life is cause you to miss God's promise. Because Moses died in the wilderness and those people died in the wilderness, and God had to raise up another person to lead a new generation. So I promise you this, the pain of holding on is far worse than the pain of letting go. The pain of holding on to a dysfunctional person, the pain of holding on to dysfunctional relationships is far worse than the pain of letting go. When you let go, you can grieve and you can move on. But when you hold on, you are subjecting yourself to pain over and over and over again. Let them go and let God bring the right people for this season of your life.
I'm going to call this one, Let Them Lose You. Let people lose you. Let them go along with the crowd. Let them believe what they want to believe. Let them tell whatever story they want to tell. Let them think that they are better off without you. Let them make you the villain in their story. Let them sleep on you. Because once they wake up, and they gonna wake up, they gonna realize the mistake they just made. And it will be just enough time for you to finally accept they weren't the person for you. To finally accept they aren't who you thought they were. To finally accept that you are truly better off without them. To acknowledge that you might have overlooked some things. And now you see that God is so much greater for you. 1 Corinthians 2:9. That God saw things that you did not see. He heard conversations that you did not hear. And he had to remove them from you. Because he knows your loyal heart wouldn't have chosen to leave. No matter how bad it got. So now he is able to propel you into purpose. To bless you in the ways that he always intended. To introduce you to the person you never knew you needed. But he couldn't do it with them around. So family, let him make the mistake. Let him lose you.
Everything I'm about to say is with love. And I'm going to hold my hand up when I say it. I ain't going to hold yours. I'm going to hold mine up. If that man show you he don't want to be with you, let him loose. Do not text him. Do not call him. God did not tell you to pack a whole bag and set it by the door and wait for him to text you, tell you to come over. That's your coochie saying that. Don't do that. Let him loose. When a man show you know when a man wants you. You're not dumb. Trust me. I know this come from your big sis. Maybe even your little sis. I don't know. You can be dumb at any age. I ain't been dumb in 10 years. But I'm not too far removed from dumb to where I don't know what dumb people be thinking. Child, these are blue cheese olives. They're good. Child, let that man go. That's what you're going to do. You're going to become hyper fixated on yourself. You're going to become obsessed with yourself. You're going to start going to the gym. Worry about your skincare, your hair care. Worry about you. Trust me. I know. He gonna text you. He gonna catch you because he has needs. And you ain't gonna go. You ain't gonna respond. You ain't gonna entertain it. I'm telling you, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with your ass. Do not text him back. Do not entertain. With love.
It's all right to sit around, be depressed for a minute, cry about it, do whatever you have to, but don't stay there too long. Get up and go on with your life. This is what I learned in all these years on this earth. If somebody want to walk out of your life, let them go. Especially if you know you done everything you can do, you done sat around and been the best man or the best woman you could be, and they still want to go, let them go. Whatever they're running after, they'll see what they had in a minute, but by then it's going to be too late. Because you'll sit there and you'll go, because half these people you be sitting around crying about and worry about 2-3 years from now, you ain't going to even remember their last name. How many times you done seen folks somewhere, you be like, what the hell was I thinking? Let folks go, son. Some people come in your life for a lifetime, some come for a season. You got to know which is which. And you're going to always mess up when you mix them seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. I put everybody come in my life in the category of a tree. Some people are like leaves on a tree. The wind blow, they over here. They unstable. Blow the other way, they over here. Ain't nothing. Season change, they wither and die. They gone. That's all right. That's some people. Most people in the world are like that. They just there to take from the tree. They ain't there to do nothing but take and give shade every now and then. That's all they can do. Don't get mad at people like that. That's who they are. They ain't gonna never be nothing. That's what they put on this earth to be, but be what they are, a leaf. Some people are like a branch on that tree. You gotta be careful with them branches too, because they'll fool you. They'll get there and make you think they're a good friend and they're real strong, but the minute you step out there on them, they'll break and leave you high and dry. But if you find you 2 or 3 people in your life that's like the roots at the bottom of that tree, you are blessed, because that's them the kind of people that ain't going nowhere. They ain't worried about being seen. Don't nobody have to know that they know you. They ain't got to know what they're doing for you. But if them roots wasn't there, that tree couldn't live. You understand? And they ain't got a tree can have 100 million branches, but only a few roots down at the bottom. When you get you some roots, hold on to them. But the rest of it, let it go. Just let it go. Let folks go. Ain't nobody say it was going to be easy, but it'll get easy when you learn how to love yourself. When you get to a point in your life where you look at people and you go, okay, wait a minute, you or me, you will make a decision. If you see somebody fix it or they even trying to fix it, that's somebody that care. Keep them people around. That's a leaf that's trying to grow up and be something else. You understand? But if you tell somebody that what you're doing is hurting me and I need you to stop it, and they keep doing it, they don't care. Move on. Let them go. No matter how much it hurt, let them go. And it'll get easy. I promise you, every day it'll get easier and easier and easier. But you just got to make it through.
The devil busy. I just made a whole fucking video and the bitch never saved. But anyway, let them. If they choose somebody else over you, let them. If they showing you that they don't give a fuck about your feelings, let them. If they think the grass is green on the other side, let them. If they don't care about your feelings, let them. Because somebody that love you ain't gonna hurt you like that. Granted, we all make mistakes. We do things, whatever, but person that really love you ain't gonna hurt you, ain't gonna betray you, ain't gonna abandon you. Let them. I'm learning. Let them. Because God sees. God saw that. He saw it. He saw everything. They think they're getting away with it. And it might seem like it for a little while. But God always makes everything right. I've experienced a lot of things in my life. A lot of pain, a lot of disappointments. But I gotta keep going. Because everything that happens is out of my control. You know? People gonna do what they wanna do. Even when they know what they should be doing. Because they're worldly people. They live for the world. They let their flesh dictate their life instead of doing what's right. Instead of walking in the spirit and letting God use them. Instead, they let the devil use them. They let the enemy consume them. And live like they don't have a family at home. Live like they don't have a wife and kids or a husband and kids. They live like marriage is just a piece of paper. You know, people live every day knowing how much they destroyed somebody and act like it never happened. They just move on from one person to the next, to the next. You gotta let them. I know it hurt. I know it kills you inside to see them with somebody else. I know. But let them. It's okay to cry. But you gotta let them. Gotta let God and let go. Surrender it all to God because you can't do it by yourself. One day, they're gonna realize, they're gonna catch their head. And they might even realize it now. But Everybody makes their own choices. And everybody know what they're doing 99.9% of the time. And another thing, live your life. I'm not saying go out there and hoe around and all of that. Just say live your life. They live in theirs. Live yours. We don't know when our last day is going to be. You can't be in the house every day crying and, letting your thoughts get to you. Been there, done that. You got to live. Especially if you have kids. You got to do it for them. You got to let God get his hands dirty. Because he said vengeance is mine. Keep praying. Keep going to church. Keep doing what it is that makes you happy. Because don't lose your life. Don't lose your sanity. Don't lose your freedom. Don't lose your kids behind somebody that can easily choose someone else over you. That continues to choose somebody else over you time and time. Just gotta hope that one day you're gonna meet the person that God has for you. One day it don't make sense. One day all this pain and all this hurt is gonna mean something. And I know every day is not easy. Trust me. It's a lot of things that I have to try to push in the back of my head to make it through the day. But that's all right, I've cried many nights, realizing that my tears ain't gonna change nothing. Because still to this day, I lost what I lost. And it was all for a reason. The most important thing is never let a person show you twice that they don't want you, that your feelings don't matter, that love ain't really love. Listen when God is telling you what to do. Listen the first time. Don't let God have to keep showing you and showing you, because he's going to do something so drastic to make sure he gets your attention. And sometimes even then, some people still don't listen. And they wonder why they can't keep a job. They wonder why nothing good is happening. They wonder why nothing is lasting. It's because you're being disobedient. You're listening to your flesh instead of doing what you know is right. And I'm going to keep it real. Being cheated on, that shit don't feel good. It shit hurt like hell. But you got to let them. Let them do whatever it is they want to do. Because no matter what, and no matter who, they will reap what they sowed. Because God saw. You can't stress about things you can't change. I'm learning that day to day. Knowing that I have to start taking my own advice. But some days it ain't that easy. And that's just me being real. It's 11:05. And I'm laying in bed. So many things going through my head, but it's like, ain't nothing gonna change. It is what it is, Just gotta keep on pushing. Because we don't know when our last day is gonna be. We just gotta hope that we get to them pearly gates. Because no matter what, ain't nobody gonna jeopardize me seeing my son again. Because at the end of the day, we just all want to be happy. We all want to be loved properly. And we want who we want, but God got the final say so. And you got to let God be God. Some things we'll never understand, and some things is not meant for us to know why. We just got to trust that God knows what's best for us. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but God will never fail. He makes no mistakes. So I know it may be hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. But it all makes sense one day. Just stay strong. Keep praying. Do what's right. Raise your kids. Finish school. Go to work. find a new hobby, something. You're gonna be all right. I promise you.
Hey y'all, if you made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for getting this far and listening. And if you want to spend a few extra minutes listening to me, let's do it. So I am Nini. This is my page. Thank you guys for being here. If you're a new subscriber, I appreciate it, y'all. So with this topic of cutting someone off, I hold near and dear to me because I am the queen of cutting somebody off. I am the queen of letting somebody go. There was a point in my past before I started to know myself, before I started to go through my healing journey, before I knew anything for real. I would keep people close to me after they hurt me. I would keep people close to me after people showed me who they were. I would keep people near me and close to me because I didn't want to lose these people. I would like to think of my friendships and relationships going to old age, so I would tend to keep people here longer. Nah, nah, nah. If these people are harmful to you in any type of way, hurtful, if it's a one-sided relationship, if you ask for change and you're not seeing change, if you finally see somebody for who they really are and it's not aligning with you and your growth and where you're trying to be and it feels forced and everything, man, let these people go. I promise you, you will be all right in the end because I've been through it many of times with having to grieve someone. It's not easy to do. And when you finally get to that point when you had like enough is enough, I can't keep you here, and you finally grieve them, it's like grieving a death, you know? You cry. I did. I cried a day. And that's the day I actually had to like, really face the truth and really let them go. Though it was hard, it only lasted very temporarily. It didn't last very long. So what I'm saying is do not be afraid to cut people off when you need to. If it's hurting you, if it's hindering your growth or anything, if you see that these people are not for you, even if you feel a weird vibe whenever you're around these people, remove them. There's nothing wrong with it because at the end of the day, what's for you is for you. The people that are for you will be for you. You open your mouth and you explain how you feel, and these people will either try to gaslight you, downplay your feelings, and it'll